Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So yeah, we want to talk about the relevant scenarios. I looked at the chart this afternoon and took me a while to get some clarity now with regards to what is the preferred scenario. And obviously we always need to let things settle if a scenario breaks, because now we've had for the last few months really, especially since this dip, it all worked out nicely. I think no support area broke for ETH, and I did warn you in the last few videos, especially that at some point it will break. Yeah, it's like a trend line which breaks, so it's not a big deal. We see a 5% drop here according to TradingView on Ethereum. That's not even massive. I know a lot of people panicking. In my opinion, it's not time to panic yet, especially not if you have your risk management in control. 5% in a day is really not much in crypto. It just isn't. It happens all the time. So it's just normal. Sometimes you can get the breaks of the support areas. That's why we need to prepare for everything really, and that's why we need risk management. If the price would hold every support area, we wouldn't need risk management. So I'm going to take that out. I've also taken out the previous ones here that did hold throughout April and March. That gives us a clearer picture and allows us to more clearly establish where we are going and what the potentials are. It's getting a bit difficult now. I already highlighted last few days and weeks that this is not typical third wave behavior at the moment. Yeah, it's a bit messy. So I still have a more direct bullish count that is possible. So let's see. This is I think it's basically unchanged to what I had before, but I did take it out earlier today because I need to get some clarity today first. So this is still a count to follow that I follow at the moment, yeah, where we're still in the third wave with the series of 1-2 setups. But it's not necessarily super likely due to the drop that we had. It's basically the similar situation to the Bitcoin chart, where we can still be in this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. Basically a diagonal pattern, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is even technically valid as an impulse. Let me think. Yeah, this is, by the way, this is still technically valid as an impulse because it's in a third wave. So as long as we hold above here, it's actually the 1940 level, I can actually see that still as an impulse. And I did talk to you about the sort of 1930 to 1950 area as next support should the 1994 level break, which wasn't great. And I don't think the move down is done yet. We might actually hit the trend line here. If we can avoid an overlap with the wave 1 high, we might just stick with this scenario, okay? And it might just climb up like that. As planned before, we just had a little bit of a more of a dip than it would be ideal in a fourth wave, okay? But it's not typical wave 4 behavior. So I'm going with this because support areas are currently holding. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily super typical behavior and it's definitely going to work out. Please always understand that. Because essentially, until support breaks, we don't know. We don't have clarity. But this is certainly, the 1940 level is critical because that's the wave 1 high. It also is when the trend line is going to break, and then we could fall down lower. So at the moment, to keep it very simple, always try to keep it simple. Honestly, it's so hard to bring all this information across. But try to keep it as simple as possible, but still try to say everything that needs to be said, right? So yeah, it's a chance still to do this. First opportunity. Next possibility is if we break below 1940, I try to make it very simple with levels in this video, then I would still probably be bullish on ETH, but I would be more cautious of possibly new bear market lows. Yeah, just more cautious. Not necessarily that I will expect it, even though we always have to expect stuff like that. Yeah, always expect the unexpected. But it would not be something that would happen immediately because first of all, we would see this alternative wave 1 all of this as a wave 1, the entire move of the 10th of March low, and then in a wave 2, and then a rally from here. Yeah, basically come down in 2 and then rally in 3. This would be another possibility. I don't like, again here as well, I don't like the structure of the move, but it's possible. It's the next possibility that this is a wave 2, which we come down and then rally. By the way, this could also be an A wave here, and this a B wave, we rally in C. Also possible, but for simplicity reasons, I keep it as a 1 and a 2. We could then rally in a third wave up, as long as we hold 1533. Below 1533, we really need to be on the side of caution, and it could mean new bear market lows. Not confirmed at this stage then, but definitely getting more cautious. We need to look at the structure then, right, when we are there. But I just want to highlight to you the higher degree scenarios. I think there are 3. So we talked about the first one, the imminent breakout to the upside. Obviously, I'm looking at this now on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, things can, on the lower time frame, we're going to zoom in a minute. Here, a wave 2 dip. Yeah, could be a deeper setback. And this is certainly a likely possibility, right? So they're all likely, the ones that I show you. Direct breakout, or if we break this support, then most likely setback into this region. Even though things are really uncertain at the moment with this choppy nature here of the structure. And if we break below 1533, then we are going to test most likely the 10th of March lows. Yeah. And if we break below that, well, that could take us down below the June lows, unfortunately. So this is sort of my take on it now, because I showed you in previous videos the bearish case as well, which is of course possible, like Bitcoin as well. Yeah. Different possibilities here. Like quite a few. So for example, here this could have been an A wave, a B wave down, C wave up, yeah, or even a WXY is probably more likely. And this could put in a huge, or even ABC looks better. And this could put a C wave top in place, and we could then make new bear market lows. This is still on the table. Don't forget about that, right? I just want to mention it. And this would be the third scenario, in my opinion, not very likely at the moment, because the C wave up doesn't really count like a nice C wave, but a possibility. And I think these are the 3 possibilities that we have structurally. Yeah, but whenever a support breaks or resistance breaks, we need some time for the price to adjust to get some clarity. Yeah, so things can still change. And on the 1-hour chart, it doesn't look like as if it's done yet, the move down, because also in this wave 4, and then there's a risk that we break that wave 1. So things are rather unclear at the moment, right? I mean, we've had now a period of, weeks, many weeks, where all support areas did hold. So it was hopefully quite useful for all of you, and hopefully you could use the support areas we identified. But now we just need a bit more, now we need to let the dust settle first until we get a clear new structure on which we can build on. So I don't see a clear trade setup at this stage. I've rather taken some profits today. I've posted it on Telegram and Discord, just because things are always getting a little bit unclear when we move from a scenario to another scenario. Yeah. So here we could say possibly here an A wave, a B wave, and now a C wave down. Yeah, or even actually B wave triangle. Let me see. That doesn't really match very well. Even here. So it certainly looks like an ABC structure that could be unfolding here. Whereas I think I'm going to move the third wave here, third wave top. Yeah. And then this is looking better. And we had the A wave low here on the 18th, the B wave high here. Yeah, that looks better. Then also would match broadly Bitcoin, and would allow for another low here. Yeah, maybe even 2 more lows. Because then we could say we're in the C wave, and we've got here a 1, a 2, maybe this is the third, here a 4th, and the 5th. ideally holding 1940. Okay, if it doesn't, it could still be a diagonal. That's what I mean, you know, sometimes good to let things settle. For now, I would focus short term on the downside until we have a clear reversal signal. At the moment, I don't see one. And I would want to see a break above at least the 50% retracement to consider the move down done. As a first indication, that would be a move above 2036. That would be only the first indication though. Yeah, and then a break into the wave 1 low would confirm further at 2072. So that's my take on it. Still subject to change because things move quite quickly at the moment, and the structure at the moment, the structure at the moment is just not typical for a third wave rally. So I do consider also the alternative count as a very likely one. Don't make the mistake to think that the alternative is always less likely. No, all the scenarios I show you are likely. It's just the primary because at the moment it follows it and it holds support. But we always need to make our trading plan considering all the likely scenarios. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.